Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy with the Radiant Fox, and today I want to talk about journaling. And it's kind of a different journaling than from what I used to do, because I always kind of journaled like more of a diary kind of when something really important happened in my life, when I met someone, or I don't know, something really important, probably mostly voice related. It's kind of funny to read through the stuff when I was 14, 15, so I'm pretty glad I did it. But I never really did journaling besides that, and I always heard about it, like people writing down their gratitude first thing in the morning and stuff like that, and I never did that. And in September last year, I think, I just found someone on YouTube. It's a German vlogger, he does YouTube videos and has a really cool blog. His name is Robert, and he does Rohkost einmal eins. And I'll put the link below so the Germans amongst you can check him out. It's really cool. I actually am not a raw foodist completely or anything. I just like the idea, and yeah, he has really cool videos. So one day I was going through his blog and I found this blog entry about journaling, and he had a completely different approach, and it kind of really got me, and I thought, yeah, I'll try it out. And actually it's been awesome. So I just kind of want to introduce you to the way that he does journaling, or suggest to do it, and I kind of adapted it for myself. But ever since then I have this journal, and it's actually this one here. That's my journal. It's really nice. It's one of the paper blank journals, and I just like to invest a little bit more in it because I really want to write in it, if you know what I mean. Like it's just so nice to touch, and it's really good quality. I don't want to write in just a piece of paper because I think I'm probably not going to do it. So I bought this one. It's just empty, it just has lines to write on. And yeah, so how does it work? Well, the approach here is that it's more focused on a certain motivation. So you are going to think about what you want to change in your life right now. What is a goal that you want to achieve? Do you maybe want to be more active? Do you want to start a new sport? Do you want a new job? Do you want more friends? Do you want a new relationship? Something that is really triggering something in you that you want to focus on. And it said you should write it down. So you should find a motivation, find a goal that's linked to that motivation, and actually pin down a date in which you want to achieve it. And he says that around 6 months from now is pretty good. And actually I didn't remember when I started journaling, but I just 5 minutes before I started this video, I checked again what date I wrote down, and I know you're supposed to read your motivation probably almost daily. I never did that. I just really used it to write my ideas down. And yeah, so I just read my motivation, and I'm actually pretty humbled because so when I first wrote my motivation down, because you should do it pretty intuitive, I just wrote down, well, I kind of want to be at that certain weight and blah blah, and then, you know, it's always been about weight, and I'm just so tired of that. And it looks like I've already been tired of that back then, because I'm like, I crossed it out. I'm like, you know what? I actually want that my weight doesn't matter to me anymore. It's on the 7th of March, so pretty much a month from now. I want that my weight doesn't matter to me at that date anymore, and I just want to love myself and accept myself. I didn't even remember I wrote that, and it's so cool. Like, I don't know. I kind of like myself on this. It's so weird. Sometimes I look at myself a couple months ago, and I just want to give myself a hug and be like, oh girl, like, don't take it so serious. Or just like, it's kind of like I'm my own friend. Maybe that makes me a weirdo, but yeah. So it's really cool that I wrote this, and I just read that, and I kind of forgot I did, so pretty cool. And then when you write down your date 6 months from now and your goal, on the next page you're going to write, what can I do today that's going to bring me closer to my goal? So you're going to put that on the next page, and then you can read that in the morning, and you can also always think in the morning what you can do today, and it's just kind of this energy boost and more motivation, so that's kind of cool. And then Robert suggests that you have different categories. He says 3 are pretty mandatory, but you can do whatever categories you want. It's just suggestions. And I actually did 4. So yeah, let me introduce the categories to you. The first one would be, well, I mean, he talks a lot about raw food. So the first one would be diet. So food, nutrition, everything that's diet related. And that you don't know about and you don't want to forget. I mean, maybe your goal doesn't have anything to do with diet at all, and it's not about losing weight here. Maybe you want to increase your health, or maybe you found out about veganism, or you just want to be vegetarian. You find out about new food, new cuisines. Maybe you find out a lot about Indian food or Thai food and you're so excited you want to write everything down. So you can just do that here. Or if you're worried about fat content or carbs, or you're afraid of fruit and you find out they're not too bad at all, then you can write that down here in that category. And then the second category would be mindset. And so the mindset is just everything that has to change. Your thoughts have to change, right? If you want to change something, the mindset is super powerful. And so yeah, here you can put everything down. For me, it's been a lot of self-love and compassion thoughts. I wrote some stuff down about meditation or inspirations, practice of gratitude, even stuff about relationships. I am actually happily taken, but there's still some things you can write down about, like your own thoughts about relationships and yeah, the way you are with a person, if that makes sense. So yeah, or affirmations. I wrote affirmations down in the mindset. So when I found out about that kind of stuff, and yeah, that's what I wrote down here. And I actually didn't think that I would end up writing so much into the affirmations, into the mindset section, but I ended up writing down so much more there than in any other category. And ooh, it's pretty cool. I should probably read through that more often. I just always write it down. It's really good to get it out of your system. And then the last category that he suggests is support. So everything you learn that you feel like is bringing you closer to your goal. Maybe you learn about a new food processor, or you find a community, or what did I write down? Yeah, that's my fourth one. Here. I wrote down stuff about sleep because that's a thing I always neglected for the longest time. I also wrote down stuff about meditation. I recently wrote down something about potassium. Yeah, so everything, for me, it's kind of like the other category. Everything that I can't really fit in my other categories, I just put into support. And I put a fourth category, which was sports, because I turned into a runner, kind of. Like, I really enjoy running in the meantime, genuinely enjoy. And I was never really an athlete growing up at all. So yeah, maybe I'll make a video about that too. But I had a knee injury last summer, and I was so excited I could go back to running, so I just wanted to write some stuff down, but I actually didn't end up writing down too much in that category. Yeah, and oh, another thing that he's asking you to do is to have a habit, to change or to find a habit for each week that brings you closer to your goal. For example, let's say my first habit was I want to drink 3 liters of water each day. And you write that down, and then you keep that habit going for a week. And then after that week, you should be pretty used to it. You can move on to a different goal if you incorporate it in your life. Or you can also just do it a second week, whatever feels best for you. But I've been pretty lazy with that, actually. I still have a pretty hard time drinking water. It's so bad. And I know that's like my really weak spot. I need to drink more water. Oh, okay. But you could do that, and then you just leave a couple of pages in the beginning to drink more water. To have your habit. Probably you're drinking enough water. You just find a habit for yourself, right? So you can do that. But it's just been really great to have something to write all my ideas down. Because, for example, there is this website, and if you guys don't know it, you should definitely check it out. It's called Mind Body Green, and I could spend days on there. Like, seriously, there is times that my browser has 1,000 tabs just with articles I want to read about because they're so interesting, like every single one. But then you read it, right? And you kind of forget about it again, and sometimes I just want to hold on to the information. So you write it down in your book and you can go back whenever you want, and also it just settles more in your mind when you actually write it down. I mean, you could have a digital journal too, but actually the act of writing it down is so much more connected. Yeah, so that's where I keep all my information and my inspiration, and that's really cool. If you guys want to write more about your feelings or anything, yeah, just have a flow of writing, that's totally cool. That's so cool. I actually have a second notebook right now because I've been reading this awesome book, which I'm going to introduce you to too, because it just amazing and it really changed my life, I'd say. And I'm actually still in the process of reading it, and it asks you to have a notebook by itself. So there's my second notebook, and it gives you a daily challenge task to write a journal about, and it's more like free writing. And sometimes I spend hours journaling and had some tears flowing, and it was really cool. So I really enjoy that too. And just free writing. And it's also, some people say before you meditate, just write stuff down that goes through your head, and then you can just be more focused. So it's been really great to just pour out my feelings and thoughts too. So both of those journals are really great, and it just, sometimes my mind is so busy and so all over the place and I can't even focus, and I used to just go running and get it out of my system, but sometimes just being quiet and writing it down helps so much, and you just know where you're going, because all these crazy thoughts in your head, all these things you always wanted to do, I never ended up doing. I'm the biggest procrastinator, so even making these videos, it took me forever to actually get on it. So here we go. And yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys about that habit of journaling because it's just such a great one. It's such a relief. I just love doing it. Yeah. So maybe leave me a comment, tell me how you like to journal, what journaling does for you, and tell me about other ways to journal that I don't know about yet. I'd love to hear from you, and I hopefully see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.